What's up, everyone? I'm currently in South San Francisco. I am at this insanely interesting expansion of biotechnology infrastructure that is going up in South San Francisco. And just to give you an idea, South San Francisco is between San Francisco and San Jose. It is on Interstate 101, and it's right before the airport, the San Francisco International Airport. So this is still quite close to San Francisco. It's South San Francisco, but it's still not down to the airport and not in this latter half of the peninsula like Google and Stanford and stuff like that. So, all right. So this is the building that you'd probably see a lot of when you're going on 101 right here. It says Success Factors right there at the top. So that's the building that you're likely, an SAP company, you're likely driving by that building. So next time you drive by that building, take the exit for Oyster Point and go out to this Oyster Point area and explore. Here, let me tell you why this is absolutely nuts. Okay, first of all, you guys probably know that I'm a mentor at IndieBio, the largest biotech accelerator in the world. Biology is an insanely important technology for us to all understand, and not only the way that it's going to augment our world and make it a better place, doing things like growing meat instead of slaughtering animals, doing things like storing digital data inside of DNA, doing other incredible parsing and understanding the code of life, A, T, C, G, all of our genomics, proteomics, omics sequencing, understanding our body. I can go on for too long, but biotech is super important, and there's a massive explosion going on in terms of the amount of biotech companies that are blossoming and now taking over massive industrial space like this. So, all right, so take a look at this. This is something that I first want you to look at. This is kind of the entry into one of there. Now you can see it quite well. I just changed the light focus. So that's the entry point into one of these sort of new facilities. And I just want to show you, there's like this really interesting guest check-in machine right there. I can get lost in all of this, but okay, so let's refocus on me. Perfect. Okay, so that's just like an entry point. There's a security guard there. The three companies, you should know, the three companies, AstraZeneca, MedImmune, Acerta Pharma, and Pearl, so 4. Okay, so that's first. That's just one building out of all of these buildings. By the way, Jessica's with me. What's up, Jessica? And so we're just jamming super hard on all of this. So we actually came out here and we were playing around with the bocce ball they have, which is nuts. This is very interesting how they're starting to compete. These technology parks are starting to compete with the Googles and the Facebooks with all of their amenities. So check out this communal amenity. Cool basketball court. What else? We got a nice little volleyball net right here for or I guess backgammon net, or badminton, that's what I meant, badminton net. There's all this stuff for you to play with here. There's this awesome other 5-story, 5 stories building right there. Here's the bocce ball right here. We were messing around with it earlier, playing with physics and shit. All right. Now, there's these 2 ping pong tables right here. I'm taking you to a really cool thing. Stay with me for a moment. I'm going to take you to a couple cool things. We're already 3:30 in. I want to make sure to end this video by 7. There's a lot to talk about. All right, so check this out. I'm currently in an amphitheater. You can even hear it. Hello! You can hear the way that this little area is starting to reflect sound waves off of these back walls, and then it's a little half sphere. So anyway, they're adding all these interesting amenities. I gotta show you the construction. On the way to the construction, I'm gonna show you the little putting green they have right here. It's a putting green. They have a putting green. This is what is going on. Look at how they're all competing for the best amenities. And I have to end on Uber or transit to these areas. I'm gonna blow your mind with that as well. All right, I'm currently heading over to an area that's going under construction, and I want you to see this area. It's very important that you see this area. When you see this, you'll understand why this is nuts, because most people don't go and look at construction and think about, oh, look at the architecture and the design, and look at the plumbing and the electrical and the mechanical engineering and all the things that have to go into these massive cranes that are next to the structures. What do they do? Right? We don't think about these things. We don't think about taking a snapshot of this incredible construction going on all the time. And I was thinking earlier that I should rent a fucking car and drive around the Bay Area so I can better understand when companies are taking over massive industrial parks. How important is that? Just go rent a car every couple of months in the Bay Area and go drive around so you can figure out what companies are moving where in the Bay Area and what massive industrial parks they're making. This is absolutely nuts. All right, check this out. So here we are at the Cove. So this is called the Cove at Oyster Point Foundry and Lux, right there. Okay, so that's where we're at. The company across the street is a biopharma. Can't get you the name, Theravana, I think. Thermo Fisher Scientific is here across the street, right there. Thermo Fisher, you can't really see it. Thermo Fisher's right there behind my hand. And then look at this building that's under construction. You gotta understand how important it is to realize the craziness of what's going on right there and how they're building these different structures across the bay to house all these corporate companies that are receiving venture funding, that are creating biotechnology ideas into the world, and that this whole ecosystem is exploding, and that all of the people that effort has to go into constructing that building, that this is all a massive biotech explosion, and we just have to better parse and understand how venture money flows into these businesses, how these businesses have that massive contractors predict that, investors predict that this is going to happen, build those buildings, companies fill them, and that is just a nuts cycle in that sense. Okay, now I want you to think about this. Okay, there's also 5 Prime, by the way. I ran past 5 Prime really quickly. That is another biotech company. There's a bunch of them. Okay, quick. All right, quick. Since I'm in the light, I'm going to end this by explaining the phenomenon of the transit that's occurring to this area. So realize that out of the companies that are here, a lot of people live in San Francisco or they live in other nearby areas, and not everyone has a car. And so because not everyone has a car, a lot of people are going to be taking Uber here. And this is confirmed through some of my friends that are already doing this process, but they are sending their employees to this area via Uber every day from San Francisco to this area, the ones that choose not to drive, and then sending them back in Uber from work to their house. So it means 2 Uber trips per day from work to from home to work, from work to home, from home to work around 8 or 9, 10 a.m., back around 4, 5, 6 p.m. So anyway, there's going to be a massive concentration of ride sharing that needs to occur at these massive industrial hubs that are popping up along the peninsula. Again, for those that don't know, this is South San Francisco, but between San Jose and San Francisco, we have Google, we have Stanford, we have Facebook, LinkedIn, Apple. We have all these massive headquartered companies, NASA Ames, Singularity University. It's endless. It's amazing how much is built in this area. So anyway, it is nuts to think about the amount of shared transit system that's going to be coming here. Think about that as well. So as you think about these buildings going up, as you think about these areas being industrially expanded to, think about also all of the ripple effects into the economy, such as even down to ride sharing every single day. How is that going to impact the economy? Start in people's lives and these companies being built and what impact they're going to have on other people in the world. So you have all these indicators about the future that are literally coming at my face, your face, all of us, and think about how few people see these things. You have to be here seeing this ahead of other people. That gives you foresight, that gives you a better understanding, and you can come and disseminate what you learn to other people through content like this, through video like this. And it's as simple as literally holding your phone and talking to yourself, just like this, and then sharing it with other people. So go do it. You know what I say. Don't just consume this content, go create. I hope that you learn something and that you'll go write or make videos about it yourself or start companies in the space. And much love, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a very fun time out here in South San Francisco, and I'm rocking the scarf action right now. And thanks to my girl Jessica. Yeah.
So sexy.
Yeah, I have to say, I get some swag points for sure with the scarf. I'm learning scarves. Much love, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.